Okay. Don't worry. The black screen's on purpose. I haven't even started up this game yet, except once real quick to have the program pick it up. So I'm going to start it right now, and here we go. Should be picking up on that. Yep, there it is. It did miss the loading screen because the loading screen was too quick. But yeah, I haven't seen any of this yet. The only thing I know is that the game was recently updated to conclude full voice acting, is my understanding. Windowed. There we go. Turn on some anti-alias. I'll put in a timestamp to skip this on the VOD later, so anyone watching later, there'll be a timestamp. You can just skip right to that. This, I don't know what's good volume, because I do have my own settings to like, so it turns down the game already. So this should be okay. Tutorial agent gives new players unsolicited advice. This is my first time playing, so yes. Detective mode active. Interactable objects and characters in the game are automatically highlighted with a light border when approached. So, I guess without that, it's not as obvious. What's hardcore mode? Hardcore mode is existentially difficult. Checks are harder and healing items are more expensive. Choose your clothes and thoughts wisely. Your sweat and toil. For your sweat and toil, tasks reward a small amount of extra XP. So you get a small bonus. Oh, nice. There's an option to turn off copyright music. Okay. So, obviously I'll turn that on. And what's this? Twitch integration. Streamers can create polls so views can influence gameplay. But viewers can vote for the favorite dialogue and give temporary bonuses penalties to the streamer's manager. Maybe I'll give that a try later. I don't know. I'm just gonna basically pick what I want. So yeah, the movement, character sheet, thought cabinet. I'm sure I'll see all this in the game, but whatever. Okay. I think that's good. Not too crazy, but gives some nice options there. Alright, so new game it is, and we're going to select the archetype? What? I guess the type of person we are? The thinker. Extremely intelligent, very bad with people, knows interesting facts, comes up with original ideas. Sensitive, very psychological, a magnetic personality, but unstable. Might begin to lose his mind. Physical, extremely physical. Interacts with the world through his body. Gets things done, but dumb as a rock. I don't know what the like traits, I guess I'm gonna call them for now, are down here. Encyclopedia, Inland Empire, and hand-eye coordination. Interesting. Or you can just say, no, I just want to make my own type of person. I think I'll try to create your own here. Okay, so I think this was randomized for me. So I can't, obviously 1 is the lowest. Okay. Terrible, and what's the highest? So the highest they'll let me do is 6. I can do 6 in one of these. And I guess I get, so I can have 5, yeah, so I get 8 points. Okay. So it goes terrible, weak, average, so 3 is average. 4 you start getting pretty good. 5 you're excellent, and 6 you're a genius. Okay. And they're all the same for each one here. Okay. Intellect, psyche, which is sensitivity, or emotional intelligence. And then physique, and what's this one? Mortarix? Mortarix? Your senses, how agile you are. I guess they separate that from physique. I guess that's like maybe like strength and dexterity. I guess if you want to think of it that way from like an ARPG standpoint. Strength versus dexterity. Okay. So... I know this is supposed to be some kind of detective game. You probably have to defend yourself, though. I wonder if there's any, like, options to, like, scale buildings or something if you're agile enough. That would be crazy. I wonder, can you, like, just do... You could just be a great intellectual, like, emotionally intelligent person, but have no physique or dexterity whatsoever. Okay. I think... Yeah, they let you do average and all three if you just want to be an average person. The thing is, I don't think there's a difference between 1 and 2 in the game, I would imagine, because most games, if you're not at least average, you're probably not going to be able to make many skill checks. Even that, I would say, if you're not at least a slightly above average, that's probably still true. What to pick? What do I want to be? I don't think I want to be terrible at anything. I think I want to have some strength and be somewhat dexterous. And have some smarts. And be a little bit dumb in the emotional intelligence side. Yeah, I'll go with that. I don't know why. That's what I'm doing. But what's this? Select your signature skill. The skill you select will get a +1 bonus. Additionally, the learning cap for every skill of the same type will be raised by +1. The learning cap? What is the learning cap? Oh, you can learn it up to 4 times if you have 4 physique. So you could be really, really good or in something. Like, you could be strong, but then you could also just have an incredible pain threshold as well. And if you pick a signature skill, it'll raise the rest one by 1. Okay. A lot of choices here, actually. I'm not gonna read them all, but let me see. Reconstruct crime scenes, make laws of physics work for the law. Well, that could be a really good detective skill. Deduce the world. Hold yourself together, keep morale up. Go to party planet, love and be loved by drugs. Okay. Let the body take control, threaten people. Okay, they let you go all over the place with this. Okay. Composure. Straighten your back, keep your poker face. Sneak under the noses, stun with immense panache. I think that's how you say that word. The quickest to react, an untouchable man. Hand-eye coordination. Okay. Flex powerful muscles, enjoy healthy organs. Well, I guess I'm gonna go along with the attribute that I put the most in. Just for the sake of it. Take the blows, don't let the world kill you. Endurance. I think endurance sounds good. So I automatically get a point, it raises the cap by 1, and it does so for the rest as well, just like it said. So physique base +4, +1, total 5. Oh, do I already have... I'm not entirely sure if it's telling me I have 5 or I can raise it up to 5 and I have 1 currently. Because do these have 2 or I can raise them up to 2? Because it says it raised all the max by 1 and it still only says 4, but there's 5 slots. I'm going to assume that I have to actually put points into them and I don't actually have 4 in this, even though it does say physique base +4, but I think that's towards the cap. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Alright. Confirm that. And I believe we start the game now? We start the game? We start the game now. The Furies are at home in the mirror. It is their address. Even the clearest water deep enough can drown.
There is nothing. Only warm, primordial blackness. Your conscious ferments in it. No larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore.
Okay.
Ever. Never, ever.
Never, ever, ever? Or just simply keep on not existing? I guess, 1?
Never, ever, ever, baby.
I guess simply keep on not existing.
An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
Okay. What?
An awareness creeps up on you. A mass lies hidden in your dead angle, soaking in some lurid acidic sauce. It's bloated and shameful, a ball of meat surrounding you. This is a terrible line of questioning, and it will only lead to more awareness of the meat thing.
Is anybody else confused? I'm very confused. No, I want to know.
Ex-love, ex-tenderness. It is foolish of you to resurface to the loss. Not after all the damage you suffered to get here. Some of it irreversible. Stay. Sail with me through the abyssopelagic zone.
What is that word? Abyssopelagic zone? Is that what they say? I have no clue what that means. I can either do Alon's Oi, never let me go, or no, I want to get off, I like the pain, and burning light, and wanting things from people who don't want to give them to me. I guess I just give it 2. Don't be naive, of course, and I want to sail the inky blackness until forever ends. I do, let me off. Yeah, just, okay.
You wouldn't like it if I told you what was back there. Why'd you think you had to bludgeon yourself into oblivion? Or did you not sense yourself marinating? Poured so much on yourself, got a bit carried away, did we, Chef?
Still very confused.
Fear and apprehension. You should ask what's out there first.
Easy 8 versus your total 8. So I just did a check? I think that was one of my weaker skills too, so I think I got kind of lucky there. I'm not entirely sure what the checks entail. If it's only like 1 die or 2 dice, I'm not entirely. I know there's some kind of check system, kind of like D&D or something, but. So Inland Empire, fear and apprehension. You should ask what out there first. I don't care. I'm an idiot. Wait, I did this to myself? You should ask what's out there first. Okay, so I guess it's a hint to say, ask this one.
There's this giant ball there. An evil ape. And the evil apes are juking it out on the ball. You're one of them. It's basically all just evil apes juking it out on a giant ball.
How many times were you gonna say that? There's just evil ape. It's just evil apes. It's just evil apes. And they're all on a giant ball and they're just fighting each other. How big is the ball?
Can't even make out it's a ball when you're joking it out. It's that large.
Okay, how small are the apes?
Infinitesimally small.
And this duking it out I keep hearing about. What's that?
Vying for resources. It's just a stupid expression you picked up somewhere. The part of the presentation you want to take home with you is this. You have to beat the other evil apes in the face, or you lose.
Either you win or lose, okay. Sounds like a sad scenario you just pointed out there.
Yes, it is. And you drowned in that sadness a long time ago.
I did?
You lost.
Ow. At least you're wearing underwear. Okay. So, waking up from a drunken stupor, apparently. What is with that face? Oh. Brings up the character sheet. Yeah, that was definitely one of my weaker ones. So I got lucky I made that one skill check there. How do I... How do I click out of this? Oh, there. Okay. Good, found that out. I have 1 health and 1 morale. This magnum-sized bottle of Commodore Red is empty. Apparently it's 8:06 in the morning on day 1. Hold tab to highlight.
This fan has 2 chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades.
So I can turn off the fan or just try to grab the tie. Oh, it even tells me my chances. This is a white check, which means you can retry, apparently. If you roll 2 1s, you always lose. But if you roll 2 6s, you always win. I need a 10. And I think this is... Yeah, I get 3, so I have to roll a 7. So yeah, better than 50% chance. Let's go.
You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap. It's released from the blade.
Wow, I almost perfect rolled that. Or crit rolled that. There we go.
What you have in your hand is a truly hideous necktie. with 4 or 5 different patterns. The knot reminds you of a noose.
You I gained a truly terrible looking necktie. Woo! I don't know. Let's turn on the light bulb.
Terrible mistake. Turn the lights off immediately. You can practically feel the photons burning a hole in your brain.
Too bad.
It's just a little hangover-induced photosensitivity. Don't overreact.
Oh, my pain threshold kicked in. And again, I barely succeeded.
Little black spots dance on your retinas. It's almost pleasurable.
So there are some checks that'll tell you, but then there are other choices that if you decide to choose them, there's a hidden check, so you gotta be careful sometimes. You have to kind of take into account the situation. Hey, I have a hangover. Turning on a light bulb might not be a great idea. Got it. Okay, learning. I have a bag, and I have a terrible necktie. I'm almost dressed. Halfway there. Oh, boy. Okay. So I have my bag. I can't click on anything else. Okay. Looks like someone tore out the tape while the song was playing. I didn't go over there. I want to click on this. Can I equip? I don't know why clicking moves the reel on the side there. Is there a hand or equip option? No, apparently not. Okay. Okay, so there was a tape in the case, but it was destroyed in the fit of rage. Something about the 10-year single smallest church in St. Sans must have rubbed someone the wrong way. The label says the song was recorded in 43. Okay. Oh, I clicked in here, apparently. Let's put on a jacket, I guess. Disco something. Oh, there's our pants. Perfect. Okay. I believe I am now dressed for success. +1 Esprit de Corpse. Halogen watermark. So I guess clothing will give you bonuses. Okay. Alright then. So bonus for my, so this is currently at 5. And something else, this is -1, so okay. I think it's C, yeah. Oh, shoes. I could use some shoes. Shoes are good. Is it I? I makes sense. Okay. I have one shoe. I need to find the other shoe. It's not just... Okay.
You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants. It says whirling in rags on the aluminium keyring. There is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. It should open the door.
Alright, so I could hear something. That's what that meant. Keys to room number 1. Okay. Oof. That's how you enter the Jimmy Crack porn, and I don't care. Okay, Brian King, sure. That makes about as much sense as everything else I've seen in the last 10 minutes, so why not? Your bottle something... I don't know, I missed that. I missed that. Why is my water running? Can I turn that off? A white satin shirt. -1 suggestion because of unsavory odor. Conceptualization though gets +1. A real statement to wear. Okay. So that was blue. The +1 there. Where is the other one? Suggestion. Okay.
A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off.
Really? Well, no wonder why the water's running.
Hot water sprays from the base and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just the outline of a man. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor.
Really? I don't have any clue what I look like?
Really, all recollection of the person you are, the people in your life, and even the world you're in has drowned in a sea of blood alcohol. This was no mere night of drinking. It was a deluge of world-ending proportions.
That's severe. Like that's crazy. You were basically dead. Yeah. I need to find my other shoe before I like decide what I look like, I think that's important.
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in.
I got +1 because the lights are on. And I have +3 from visual calculus. And I need a 9, so I should be able to do this.
The shards face
Nice.
upward. Whatever broke this window came from the inside. A fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but none of it is recent.
So I was checking to see if my hands were what caused it, but apparently the damage to my hands is not recent, so it's not likely to be my hands. So what is it?
More likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact.
Wait, why am I doing this? Or keep going down this rabbit hole. Let's keep going down the rabbit hole.
It is too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. You're looking for something heavy and larger than your fist.
So bigger than a baseball. Okay.
The single green shoe you found fits the hole almost as well as your foot. It would have also been heavy enough if thrown with force.
I wonder why I can't find my other shoe. I think I was almost thinking that, but they beat me to it.
Congratulations. You smashed the window with your own shoe. Now you only have one. If you're lucky, you could still find the other one on the balcony outside. The door to it should be outside your room.
Maybe it wasn't me, the only person in the room. I don't need it. I don't need anyone. You know what? Just to see what number 1 reacts with. Maybe it wasn't me.
You mean someone else took your shoe off and smashed the window with it?
Yeah. Don't at me. I should probably go and get it.
Cool wind gushes in. Your toes curl up from the cold.
I got a bunch of XP and a new task, and okay. Alright, so before I leave, I guess I will look at my face and decide what I look like. I think this man needs some Tylenol. This man needs something. I'm not entirely sure Tylenol is going to do the trick either. I think it's beyond Tylenol.
Covered in steam.
Alright, wipe the mirror.
Slowly reach your head. Abort. You clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it.
So I did a hidden check. I succeeded. And my intuition is saying, no! You don't want to. Why would I want to know what my face looks like? Like, why is that a thing? Should I trust my instinct and just go off into the world not caring what I look like? I guess I should trust my instinct, right? So, I'll trust my instinct. I don't know why my instinct said that. Let me see, what does it say exactly? Hunches and gut feelings, dreams and waking life. Yeah, that's basically, yeah, it's instinct. Okay. My instinct says don't look, I'm gonna listen to my instinct. I mean, there are other options, you know, hydroxy, laughing gas, whatever. I think this is beyond modern medicine, is what I'm trying to get at. Okay. Yalinka, minus 44 degrees. What? Okay. There's a person over there. How do I get to the balcony? Oh, that's the radio. Trying to give off random temperatures. There's something on the table. Oh, money! I could just take it? I think it's supposed to be a tip. I don't think I want to take a tip from somebody else. This game, I think, is not just going to let that slide, so I don't think I'm going to fall into that trap there.
Hello, officer.
Officer? I'm an officer? The calendar says it's March. The year is 51. 1951? I guess that's the only thing that could possibly make sense. Okay.
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips.
Okay.
Her eyes are brown and her face is speckled with birthmarks. She can't be more than 28.
I guess I did a perception check there, and I guessed her age for reasons for whatever. I know your age, or at least an estimate. Officer, am I military? Turn your bloated face away from her beauty and just keep walking. I mean, she engaged conversation. Let's have a conversation. I'm an officer. I kind of want to know that too. What am I, military?
No.
Wait, Miss Orangy Disco Dancer. Okay. No, I mean, you don't know what you are? Wait, I know. I'm a businessman. Chief Executive Officer. That doesn't seem likely. Okay, well then why'd you call me officer?
Because you're a police officer, sir.
She must be wondering, like, how do you not know what you are? Take the money! What's wrong with you? Now, I'm telling you, this game already has shown me hints that say nothing goes unnoticed. Don't take things that aren't yours. Unless you want to get beaten to a pulp or something. I don't know. I don't know what the game would do. I just don't think it would be good. Okay, well, she's informed us we're a police officer. Oh my god, I'm a policeman! Don't you forget. Are you sure?
I am, yes. Unless you've been feeding us a set of very well-rehearsed lies all this time.
That's possible.
You've been here for 3 days. On official police business, no less.
Well, that's kind of a big hint to the whole police officer thing. Alright, yeah, what am I doing here?
I couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
That sounds about right based on how I woke up, so... you wake up half naked next to an empty bottle of alcohol, whatever it was. Yeah, I could see that. So why don't I remember? Who in the right mind would let me be an officer? And then there's a challenge check here. Try the expression on her. Let her know you want to be with her. Okay, basically just whatever. I have a 1 in suggestion right now. So I believe I would literally need to roll 2 6s for that to even work. But I should be going. I guess the real question is, why don't I remember?
Could it be because of the drinking?
So far, that seems to be the most logical. So she's not going to know this, and that's just, I don't care. It's not going to work, so whatever. I should probably get going.
Of course. Be careful, officer. They don't like the police around here.
Good to know.
Something stirs in you as she's about to go. Call it an instinct, a need. The need to ask questions. It's like you said the words 1,000,000 times before.
Another barely succeeded check here. I'm getting very lucky so far.
She looks back at you, a light glinting off her eyes.
What if I don't want to ask questions? Before you go, I have some questions for you. I guess that's the whole point of stopping her, so.
Yes.
So, where? What's the problem with police? Where am I? What's the year? It's always a good question to ask somebody. They'll look at you not sideways for that. Your room is almost next to mine. Did you hear anything last night? Or, okay, I guess just go down the list here.
The dock workers are pretty cocky. They think they're police enough. At least here on the coast. I can't say about the rest of the city.
Alright, so dock workers think they got everything handled their own. Where am I
You're
again?
in a hostel, sir.
No, I mean location, like what state?
We are in Revachol.
Not the time moved. Okay. I have no clue where Revachol is.
Revachol is the disgraced former capital of the world, divided into zones of control under foreign occupation. Half a century after a failed world revolution, she is central to our moment in time.
So, okay, so alternate world. There was some world revolution that failed. We're in the former capital of the world, and it's controlled by many different factions or something. I don't know. Something a little bit weird going on there. Does that mean it? Is that supposed to mean something?
You sure look like you're from Revachol. Revachol parties.
Okay. Asking the year when there was a calendar right there seems a little off. So, I think I'll skip it. Did you hear anything, though?
There was the usual ruckus. Loud disco music.
Was there any visitors?
I couldn't say. It's impossible to hear people speaking from over here.
Room number 3 is loud. Okay, so loud disco music?
Oh, yes. Various artists. Ostentatious orchestration prime among them.
She raised an eyebrow, waiting for the name to connect with you. Ostentatious or I can't even say.
Oh, were huge where I come from. I was very young then, of course. Like 7. Life gets hard, but we go on.
Okay. Yeah, we go on, all right.
I don't know about that. At around 2 o'clock, disco stopped, and there was a change of pace.
What was it?
A slow, sad song started playing, like organ music on repeat. That went on for quite a while. Some of the time, you were yelling along to it.
slow organ music is rah, rah. Oh, okay. Was I singing this? Show her the empty case of... Oh, yeah, okay, I guess that kind of makes sense.
Yes, there was a church in there. A really small church. Like the smallest, saddest church in the whole world. It was about that. And also...
What else?
That it doesn't matter anymore and that we're alone now. It was difficult to tell. The song itself was very quiet and soft, but you sounded like a winded boar, sir. It was hard to understand what you were singing on top of it.
When you say wounded, do you mean that in like a cool... Oh, alright, well, what was next?
Then you started screaming and trashed the place.
And based on what I woke up to, that sounds accurate. Are you absolutely positive I wasn't being assaulted? Or that's so me? Yeah, I guess just to double check. How do you know there wasn't two people?
No, it didn't sound like there was a fight. It sounded like someone was trashing their room.
Fair enough.
A window was smashed. The tape player, probably. The song stopped. And furniture, too. A real destructathon. There was screaming. Then I think you passed out.
Again, sounds accurate. So... okay, so anything else?
There was.
Really?
I think you screamed that you didn't want to be this type of animal anymore. I may have misheard, but it was sort of memorable.
I love, by the way, this entire conversation was based on the fact I succeeded on a reaction check. Otherwise, this all could have been missed. And it just would have been I just moved on with my life. So, interesting. I wonder what I'll end up missing or getting in this playthrough. I guess, really, I'll know what I succeed at as far as the checks and seeing things. But I wonder what I'll miss. I'm sure there's a lot here to miss and that I will miss. But I guess that's going to be part of the game. You don't always see everything in the first time through.
I went out afterwards. Everything was quiet by then. Around 4 or 5. And that was it.
Okay. So yeah, that's I guess everything. And the whole what year is it thing is not necessary, I don't think, so.
Glad to have been of assistance.
Okay. What could I possibly check this for? She left the cigarette in the ashtray. It's still smoking. I think that's her room? How am I supposed to get to the balcony? I'm supposed to get my other shoe. Do I click on this again?
The window stands broken and the morning light hurts your eyes. It's hazy, but you see the ocean and some war-torn buildings.
I love this is all voice acted too. It's just I was thinking of playing this game when it first came out, but I didn't want to have to read out a bunch of stuff and all the others. And I'd rather have things voice acted. It adds more to the game, in my opinion. And when it released with, oh, now it's fully voice acted, I'm like, oh, awesome. Let's check it out.
The morning light hurts your eyes. It's
Oh,
hazy.
I already checked that. Oh, you can double check the room. Oh, okay, that's good to know. Okay. Oh, is this to the balcony? It's to something. Most checks have secret difficulty modifiers. Talking to the right person can reopen a closed white check. Oh, okay. So there, even if you fail something, there might be a way to redo it. Find your other shoe. Okay. I have no map. Okay. How do I... Is that J? That's J. Okay. Yay, shoe! What's this? A gust of briny wind washes over you. Now I have both shoes. I'm good to go. So, the heels are ridiculously high, so another hit to my reaction. But, +1 to composure. They're awesome. Watchtower heels. So, let me see. This is... Yeah, now I cannot sneak whatsoever. That's what that is. Okay.
There they both are. Two identical shoes. Both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin. Reunited on your feet.
Great.
Like two baby crocodiles.
Wait, these don't look like normal cop shoes.
It's pretty clear a normal cop is not what you are.
Alright, fair enough.
Good, they're balanced, comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now, truth be told.
Okay. I have a feeling this is going to be an interesting adventure. just to put it mildly. So I woke up, literally no idea who I am, where I'm at.
Pick that fat, juicy cigarette butt from the tray, light it up, and smoke the living shit out of it.
Really now? Am I a smoker?
Who knows what you are? A monster, a murderer, the gnome of Jeroma? You feel like a smoker, especially when you look at that juicy, succulent, seductive cigarette stub, still smoldering deliciously.
Striking, what is going... I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. So, she broke it at the filter. I can't smoke that.
How very astute of you. This renders it ineffectual. You should look for a whole cigarette, or better yet, an entire pack. Strike that. A carton. Make sure they're all healthy and able-bodied. Then smoke them all.
Well, it definitely sounds like the person I'm controlling is a smoker. If they have that kind of reaction to just seeing a cigarette. I should enthusiastically, I should not do that. I'll make it priority 1 or I'll think about it. None of these are no. They're just different ways of saying, yeah. I like the not one, so I'll do that.
Good. They'll make you stronger and better. You're too old to be cool now. But find cigarettes, smoke them, blam. Instantly a cool renegade man. A mystical red dragon with smoke rising from his nostrils.
Okay.
Plus, smoking them gives massive bonuses.
Do they? You need to get your hands on cigarettes and smoke them for bonuses. Find a pack, put in your hand, equip it, and your health's on your inventory. Then the smokes will do the rest. So those are active, those are done. Oh, it even has like a completion day and time. Okay. Don't let this the guy campaign for smoking companies. He'll scare people. I don't know what this game's trying to do. I literally woke up and it's like, I have no clue who I am. I have no clue who my family is. I don't know where I am. I don't know what year it is. The only thing I got so far is someone told me I'm a police officer. Great. This is the weekend edition of the satirical newspaper Trompe la Monde or something. I don't know. So, she went this way.
The door is closed.
Oh, that's just a room? Okay. So if that's her room, whose room is that? I don't know. Skill points can also buy new thought cabinet slots or forget old thoughts. Must be a mechanic, obviously, I haven't been introduced to yet. What are you doing? You forgot the money. I didn't forget the money. I'm not taking the money. This is where lyrics would be. This is a microphone. A big old karaoke mic just waiting for someone to sing into it. I'm sure my yelling, as it was described, will be beloved by the masses. Oh, oh, oh. The speaker connected to the radio. The music is seasoned with static.
You should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast, oceanic soul.
My soul is immense. It's modest. It's puny. My soul's cubic content is obscured by the hangover. Discard thought. I have no clue which one I want to pick. I want to say it's obscured by the hangover, because it probably is.
Of course, at this point, precise measurements of your soul can only be performed from the outside. It needs to be heard.
Whatever that means.
Through a PA system. By other people, whether they like it or not.
Ooh.
Ram it up their ears, says your adrenaline gland. Violently express yourself.
Again, barely succeeded. Okay, what should I sing?
You should sing the sad small church song from that tape you found. Thought it was obvious.
What if I wanted to sing something more happy?
No. Don't sing the happy song. It's stupid. Sing the sad song. It's profound.
Oh, okay.
You
Gotcha.
would need another copy of the tape first, though. The one upstairs is destroyed.
Okay. I think... Actually, I don't know what I think. At least it keeps it all there. Alright, so... I'm gonna take a quick break. Get another glass of water here before I continue. I was about to say it's a good spot for me to take a quick break, but I'm not entirely sure I know what a good spot is, because this is all kind of crazy, but... Yeah, I'll take a quick break. I'll be right back. Okay. Oh, it actually moves their head around. Interesting. Wait. Tennis? Tennis. Tennis? Tennis. Alright, enough of that. Let's talk to you.
A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance, then looks down again.
Excuse me. I don't mean to interrupt your bird watching, but...
That was disdain in his eyes. Even now he's purposely ignoring you.
Again, I barely succeed. Are these actual rolls, or... Because I don't see any dice telling me what they came up with, and it's constantly matching. I don't know. Like, I can bring this up. Okay. It just says 2. I'm guessing a dice roll happened. I just happen to constantly be meeting the bare minimum. I guess I'll have to keep an eye out to see if it's ever different from just matching the check there. Something tells me you don't like me.
Oh no, you're a hero. A real hero cop.
Okay.
Could the massive property damage upstairs have anything to do with this?
Oh, it is different. Okay, so there's a roll. I just happen to be constantly meeting the bare minimum. So, yeah.
Am I? Or did you ride in, take the body down, solve the murder, and not trash my hostel room?
Oh, God, I did all that?
No, you see, actually, you didn't. You haven't done anything even remotely useful since you got here.
Oh, what have I been doing, then?
No, I haven't seen you around. I'm not always here.
A competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One of its wings broken. The man is trying to mend it. Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it, most likely on a wall.
Can I help?
Look, your buddy is over there.
Oh, is somebody waiting for
Why
me?
don't you go and talk to him, okay?
What do you mean, buddy?
He pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird instead.
Alright, fine, take a hint. Water cooler? Soft purr electric juicer comes from the kitchen. Someone's working. The menu's been wiped clean. Only the word Monday is written on, so it's Monday. In the year 51. Can I go this way? The door is bolted. Kitchen reserved for personnel until 1300. So for several hours. Mess hall reserved for union members. Doors will open at 1600. Royal pinball machine is unplugged. Hello.
Hello, sweetie.
Lena, the cryptozoologist's wife.
You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
That's the colleague, apparently. It's just basically the game saying, hey, talk to this person. Bottle room knocked over. Beautiful dark liquid spilling out. A sleeping dock worker. A man sleeping at a table wearing mud-kicked boots and rolled-down overalls. The back of the shirt reads, Wild Pines, encircled by a logo with a tree.
On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine.
Hey, wake up!
There is only one way to wake this bone idol from his slumber. Roar like a hurricane. Rip the buildings from the earth.
Wake up as an order, I am the law!
Why the yelling man?
The 37 slowly lifts his head and gives you a pensive look. Oh, you're alive! I just want to see what would... I need you to answer some questions.
Really? You woke me up for that? Fine. What is it, officer?
See anything interesting in your dreams? No, I don't care. Tell me about the Wild Pines.
That's the name of my employer. I work in logistics.
Okay.
He doesn't sound too enthusiastic about this.
No. See, another barely made it check. I am getting very lucky. Well, how's that going?
How's it going?
The dock worker yawns, stares at the cafeteria terrace doors. Some fingerprints glisten on the glass.
Haven't you noticed what's going on outside?
No.
We're in the middle of a strike down at the harbour.
Oh.
Trying to force some sense into the executive board of Wild Pines.
For one, I get you some more shut-eye in the mornings. Right to work, right to sleep, I say.
So, okay. I guess who organized the strike?
We are. The workers. The union. We know what we need. What's right for us.
So there's no leader.
Okay. I guess there's also Everard.
It makes more
He's
sense.
in charge of the union. He's smart. Knows how to negotiate. He's got our back.
You mean you sleeping here is not... You're not the best negotiator out there? Get out of here. And also, what are you doing sleeping if they're striking?
They got it. Majorette's got it. He's guarding the gate. I'm just getting some sleep. Or was.
The way he says Measurehead implies ultimate trust in this head reckoner's physical prowess. He seems like a worthy rival. You should slay him.
Slay him? Again, barely made the check. I am... Like, is this real? Like, am I actually making all these checks just barely? Or is the game kind of like giving some of these to me or something? I'm not entirely sure what's going on there. Those yours.
Indeed. Help yourself to some. Wait. No. Oh, it's empty. Sorry about that.
Well, I guess I'll ask. What's going on in your dreams?
God, no.
Nothing. Was it a fathomless darkness in which we ought to be deferred like corpses to mausoleum? Okay. Or was it pure nothing? Your conscience no longer than a single grain of malt. I guess just the first
The
one.
worker stares at you, his eyes dry from sleep. A web of wrinkles covers his tanned forehead.
I don't know what you're talking about, kind sir, but when I'm out, then I'm really out. No corpses, no mausoleums, just quality time.
That's kind of the answer I'd expect. I don't know what you're talking about.
Fuck sleep. Despite the headache and the queasiness, you feel like you've got at least a 10-kilometer run in you.
Again, 11 out of 11. Okay. I guess just let
The
you
dock
sleep.
worker doesn't answer. His head is already back down on the table, in sweet sleep.
I'm getting experience, but where? Oh, here it is. So experience 25 out of 100, and I guess I'll get a skill point. So, all right, I'll talk to you. Let's go.
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. You.
Kim Kitsuragi?
As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting.
I guess hello.
Hello. I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
Sure.
You realize he's waiting for your name.
You know, that's a good question. I guess let's see if I can make one up.
Concentration makes you squint your eyes. Your name should be deep gold and orange, like a forest fire looming on the horizon, but mixed with the stench of liquor rising from your breath. You're 2 steps closer to it, but there are still many to go.
What? I succeeded. Medium difficulty, which means 11, versus my total of 13. So I had a 4 base. I rolled a 9. Okay, that makes sense. At least this one actually told me what my dice roll was. So I still don't have a name, but I'm closer to it. I don't want to say I don't know, so I guess it's not yet time.
Okay then.
That's proper response, probably.
It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
The guy tending to the bird? I think so.
If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area, now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right?
The scene?
It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
No. Yes, the police. I'm aware I'm a policeman. What interviews?
At the 57th, we like to prepare an initial list of persons of interest, and then just skim the surface. Prepare the field, get to know the players. You don't do that? Maybe it's not an inter-district practice.
I guess just no, I haven't yet.
Okay, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case.
At least somebody woke up with memories of their entire life and what their job is and how to do it, because I sure didn't.
Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
Excuse me? Dead body?
Mm-hmm.
No.
So, the body is still in the tree.
Unless someone else did something.
This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice. It is obvious he would have preferred for the body to no longer be in the tree.
See, again, 8 out of 8 there. I don't know why it keeps barely succeeding. That's odd to me.
where it has been hanging for 7 days straight.
7
Go
days.
there as soon as we are done talking to the owner.
And then what if I told you I'm not actually the police? How do you know I'm the police?
I was sent here to meet a detective from Precinct 41. You have the insignia of the Citizens Militia on your sleeve and on your back.
Fair enough.
I suppose you could be impersonating him. You could have gotten the insignia from the black market or forged it. But for now, I'm going to set those possibilities aside. I'm not from the Inspectorate General.
It's like, yeah, I guess you could be somebody else. I don't care.
Yes. They are not just white rectangles. They bear a halogen watermark with the letters RCM and a pattern resembling the street grid of Revachol West.
Okay, so that's the insignia they're talking about.
I would ask you to step into the headlights of my motor carriage. But again, it's none of my concern. I just need you to do your job.
Oh, there's hidden letters. Got it. Okay. Shouldn't I have a badge?
You mean you don't have a badge?
Pretend you do. Oh yeah, it's right here. Obviously. No, it just wasn't on me when I woke up.
Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I would advise you to locate it as quickly as possible. But getting the body down should still take precedence.
What are we supposed to do again?
Talk to the manager. Then we go out back and take the body
All right.
to you, officer.
Okay. Oh, they're gonna follow me. Great. Oh yeah, they're down here with like in my party or whatever. I still have no clue what my face looks like. Per the game suggestion.
The man with the unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant.
Mr. Gart, right? You
Yes.
Oh, they were gonna say something. You run this place? Yes, I do.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41...
He looks to you, realize he still doesn't know your name. The Harbinger of Ruin? What is golden orange like forest fire but smells like liquor? What? I'm currently in between things. I like this answer. This answer is the funniest. I like that one. What's golden orange like a forest fire?
Are you kidding me?
No, come on, help me out.
It's you. It's obviously you. You smell like liquor. And you're orange.
See? Everyone agrees it's your color scheme. We're on the right track with this name thing.
We're almost there. This game is amazingly self-aware in the weirdest, greatest way so far.
Is this what you get when you call the police now? We've been waiting for a week here.
Yeah, it is, apparently.
Sir, I understand your concern, but we are here to do a job. And for us to do it, I need you to stay calm.
Yes, of course.
I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene, but it also took you a while to call us. It was you who placed the call, correct?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Oh, so there's somebody else involved.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
It looks behind a pale coasters, files a slip of paper, and hands it to the lieutenant. Okay.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I manage.
Many? Huh.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
Aren't you working here now?
I didn't imply that. Detective,
Yes.
I have everything. You?
Oh, do I have questions? Yes.
Yes, he means, do you have questions for me, like a police officer would?
Oh, it'd be nice to know where the body is.
Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there.
How do we get there?
That's easy. See that door there? First you exit through that. Then to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there. No need for the keys. The hole is big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry to fit through.
Oh, okay. Do you know who killed him?
I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job.
Did you kill him?
What are you, crazy? Of course I didn't kill him.
How do I know that?
Suddenly you tense up. Blood is being pushed to your muscles. You should hound him on this. Hound him hard. The prey drive says.
Should I know? Again, 10 out of 10. I don't believe these checks are real. I'm smelling some fishiness here. Okay, I guess I'll push him harder. Did you kill him, Gart?
No, I didn't.
You can tell me, Gart. You can tell me. I won't tell you. I'm just the police.
I didn't. I don't appreciate this. What is this?
What makes you have to kill him? This is awesome.
Do I have to answer him? Is this mandatory?
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
The lieutenant stands motionless. His expression unreadable.
Did he hurt you? Is that why? Did you get some kind of sick kick out of killing him?
What are you, an idiot? I've told you I haven't killed anyone.
Anyway, if you killed someone else.
He ignores you.
Oh my god. Okay, why did Sylvia go away? If you're still willing to answer questions after that.
She went away because none of your business.
Okay. No, apparently not. I wonder if that changed because I harassed him about that.
Extra fine.
Fine. Extra fine. Extra fine. Well done, fine. Here, take that.
No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager.
What's the difference?
I have 3 cafeterias I manage. 3. Get over it.
Okay, whatever. But
Let's go.
plus 30 experience. Okay.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real.
That must be the money. Considering I have a 1, I would have to roll a 10 or higher. That's not likely. What's real?
Oh, excuse me. You owe me 130 real.
He pronounces the R with a mock aristocratic accent. I wonder if I could How? No, I can't. Okay.
The IIR, or Inter-Isolari Real, is the global reserve currency. Whatever part of the world you're in right now, it's safe to assume he means you owe him some money.
Alright, so at least this one, it was different. So there's been a couple of those, but still. Some of them, it's like, how am I succeeding on all of them right now? It's just like, all of them? Really? Like, are you giving some of these to me, or what? By real, do you mean some sort of street cred? Just, I've already messed with this person. I might as well keep messing with them.
No, you don't owe me street cred. You owe me money. You owe this establishment 130 real.
Points to the red ledger on the counter. Okay. Why? Why do I owe money?
Let's see. 3 nights at a tariff of 20 real comes to 60 real. Then there's the window you annihilated. The hole in the window was the first thing I saw when I came to work. So don't try to tell me you didn't. That will be 40 real in damages.
Well, that's 100.
Another thing you've annihilated is half the bar. You've run a tab of 30 real. Actually more, but we'll round it down to 30 for your hard work maintaining the stability and order of Revachol. That's 60 plus 40 plus 30 equals 130 real. And yes, real is still money.
But what exactly is money? Or just you're under arrest? I like that second answer.
What are you, a philosopher?
Since I woke up, I have trouble remembering even the most basic concepts of reality. I really like that one too.
Money is what grown-up people use to pay.
So he answers.
Things like this hostel room, or 8 bottles of potent blend, and 9 packs of Royal Extra. We use it for everything, really.
I'm so happy they explained what money is. That makes me so happy. Okay, interesting. Where do I get it from?
Are you serious? That's from your work. You can take bribes, I guess. I'm sorry. I don't think cops can take bribes.
Oh god.
Some do take recompense, but only to survive.
Oh. Okay. Alright, okay, so here's where the rubber meets the road here. What if I just don't have any money?
There's a shuffle of nylon as Lieutenant Kitsuragi looks for something in the pockets of his orange bomber.
Yeah, what happens now?
I'm sorry, but he has to pay. I can't let him stay here any longer if he doesn't. If he doesn't have the money by tonight, then...
Okay.
Officer, maybe you are better off working this from home for now. You live in Jamrock, right? It's not that far away.
I have a home? Somewhere? I'll take my chances on the streets. I don't remember my home. What are you talking about?
Officer, you really need to take this up with your station. I have a shortwave radio in my car. Call them, ask for assistance. We have to get this investigation started now.
They're like, knock it off, just move on, please.
Good luck.
The man wants to say something, but then thinks better of it and just says, good luck. Oh, man, what a conversation.
Where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it.
I really don't know.
But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere.
It wants me to take a guess? It has to be somewhere close by based on what the lieutenant said, so close by, I don't know.
You don't really know, do you?
I only have a vague blackened image.
A vague, blackened image doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money.
Can I trace it back?
You can try. Run some addresses in your head when you get the time. Maybe a street or an apartment will appear.
It'll just magically appear? I'm assuming that means like, oh, light bulb, that sounds right or something. So far, like, I kind of knew this was a detective game. I had no clue. Part of the game was just trying to figure out who I actually am and where I live and all this nonsense, which is a nice surprise. So, the conversation so far is amazing. Like I said, I'm really glad I waited. And I didn't play this game until it was fully voice acted. I didn't know they were going to do that either. Nosafed? Cool. Okay. I have a charge. Oh, I can... That tells me how many times I can heal. Okay. Yeah. The voice acting just adds so much more to it. Because if I was just reading that, you don't get the emotion from the people like you do when it's fully voice acted. And they're doing a good job so far. So, it feels like it's so much more impactful than if it was just a bunch of text I was reading. So I'm very glad I waited until this was fully voice acted. I didn't know they were going to do that. I just saw it was updated. Oh, now it's fully voice acted. What? Awesome. Well, I guess I'll give it a shot. Why not? I can't see what it said. The street sign... Okay, we love the police here, apparently. Okay. Okay, so... Cops not welcome. I'm sure our safety is gonna be fine. Oh, that's definitely some somber music. Rue de Sun. Can I like scroll? I can scroll out. Nice. Okay. I want to get a better view of everything. Bottles inside. You can pick them up if you had a bag. I don't have a bag. What's this? How am I holding this then? This doesn't make any sense. Like I clearly have something to hold stuff. I mean, whatever. Game logic. I need to pay. Who called and stuff. Okay. And what's this? Oh, what is this? Wait. Lonesome Long Way Home. What is that picture? Huh. Temporary research bonus. +1 to encyclopedia. Factual memory returns. This'll last, I guess, for the next 6 hours and 5 minutes. Okay, let's rewind. Let's trace your drunken steps back home. Jump across the raised channel bridge southwest of here. Fall over, get up, get off the asphalt in 20 minutes. Shuffle your feet through courtyards, scaring little children. Go under the great raised motor track, the 8-81, until you reach Le Domaine Eminent in North Jamrock. The streets are frozen this time of year, caked with ice. Walk down Main to Perdition. There's a side alley there, and your footprints are in the mud. So, if I went southwest, would I actually find my way home? Wait, what did I just do? Stop. What is going on? Can I equip? Bonus from thoughts. I can equip my thoughts? So if I equip it, this is a temporary bonus for the next 6 hours. Okay, and there's a lot here, like... There's a lot. Okay. So I don't have to do that right away, I can do that whenever I want. So I guess I go up here. And there's supposed to be a dead person hanging from a tree. And of course, there's a little kid throwing rocks at it. It smells like spoiled meat and curdled dairy. A human being decomposes. Where?
Kuno's got this.
The boy throwing rocks at this dead body cannot be older than 12.
If there ever was such a thing as an ugly kid, then this is it. He's almost exquisite in his ugliness.
Seriously.
Like a gremlin.
You see this ugly kid? So ugly! Oh! Seriously?
Oh yeah, nappa Kuno.
Okay, we're gonna be calling 12-year-olds ugly? Okay. I guess let's go. Hey kid, police business.
Right in the dick, Kuno. Hit him right in the dick.
The kids just ignore you.
Love it in the dick.
Okay.
The boy is sweating profusely. His eyes are like two black holes and his jaw is twitching as if trying to break free from the empire of his body.
Is he on drugs? What? Alright, 8, 9, okay. Where's my perception at? A 3. So I just needed to roll a 5 or higher. Okay, so I must have rolled a 6. Oh, hold on, what does that mean? Stop throwing rocks, please.
Fuck that! Kuno, yeah, right in the mouthful!
Okay, why bother censoring something if you're swearing right before that anyway? Like, what are you censoring exactly?
Shit himself?
What?
The rake, Kuno!
I'm confused. Am I missing something? Is this supposed to be like an obvious word that is being censored? Like, I don't get it.
You should throw the rake at him, Kuno!
The fuck? Does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno is not a gardener.
Okay. Are you two siblings?
The fuck are you talking about?
Talking to you. Listen.
He's calling us Kuno! He says we're fucking each other!
What? And what is this word you keep that I can't apparently understand and process? Look, I just have questions.
Alright, entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh? Show me what you got.
What you got? Huh? What you got? What? What you got? Who is Kuno?
Kuno's Kuno, pig?
Oh, you're Kuno. Okay.
Kuno. Primal. Violent.
Another barely made it check here. I guess the only thing they're gonna understand is someone that's more imposing? I don't know. Something you'd call a rabbit dog. Sure, why not?
Yeah, think about it. Think about that rabbit Kuno shit.
She's like, yeah, duh. Obviously.
Kuno, he's trying to fiddle you! He's gonna put his hands on you!
What?
Help! Pig's got Kuno! Help! Rape!
Seriously?
Help! He's got the Kuno, help!
Just answer the questions.
Help! He's sticking his dick out!
Escalate, Kuno! His dick is out! You're afraid!
Pigs in here in Kuno! Somebody, please!
I need a 12. I have a 4. I would need an 8 or higher. Don't punch him. It's a bad idea. Yeah. I guess just back off.
Look.
Okay, that's a slur. Okay, so they're censoring those. Okay. Maybe those just slurs they're bleeping out or something. Okay.
I know you wanted to hit me. You got that I'm gonna fuck that Kuno up look. The Kuno's dad gets. The murder look. The rage look.
How do you know? Can you see inside my mind? Yeah, but I didn't want to act on it. No. Can you read my mind? I should mess with him.
I can. Kuno can smell that violent shit. I know what you were thinking.
Okay.
I'm gonna fuck that Kuno up. I'm gonna shut his shit down. You know what? You should have hit the Kuno, because now
Now.
you're nothing. You're a joke to Kuno. Kuno laughs at you. King Kuno!
Oh no, I've lost the respect of a 12-year-old yelling in a empty courtyard with nothing but a dead body. Darn it!
Kuno turned you into his prison, bitch! I'm gonna be in this shit with Kuno!
Okay.
No, you're not. We can just leave.
Bitch, you're gonna be in this shit with Kuno forever!
Oh, whatever. I just have questions.
Okay, Kuno is kind to his bitch. Ask your questions, but remember, this changes shit.
Sure.
Click, 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 click.
Empathy legendary? Legend. Oh, it needs 14's required, so I would have to basically be a genius in this. I got -1 because I backed down. That's a white check, so you can retry. So I'd essentially have to roll 2 6s. There's no other way I could get that. But if it's a white check and I can try again, I mean, do I just try? And just say whatever, because I can just keep trying? Yeah, I guess let's find out. Because I kind of want to see what a failure looks like anyway, so.
He's on your crime scene, bossing you around. And he's been here for some time too. This is where he hangs out. You have to get more out of him. He could be useful.
Okay. I don't know which one to pick. I guess 1? Can we talk normally?
Trying to fuck at the Kuno. Trying to fuck at me. Trying to fuck. Kuno only gets higher. It's faster, faster, faster. Can't take the Kuno. Stay out of the reactor.
This kid.
Kuno gonna fuck you up. Up, up, up.
Normal is not what we got here. You've got to work with what you have for now.
It's locked. Put skill points into empathy to open this white check. Okay. So it's not retry over and over. It's retry after you do something else. But it's not, the option's not gone forever is what they're saying. Okay, so what do you know about the body?
Shitload pig. What's your question?
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno.
I guess I don't know what I want to know.
Pig's choking. He's totally choking.
Kim, what do we want to know exactly?
If I were to want to waste my time, which I do not, I would ask them who he is, how he got there, and the usual.
Who, what, where? Yeah, okay.
Kuno's fuck imp. Kuno uses the fuck imp for target practice.
Yeah, I saw that.
End of conversation. Very strong. You should be this stoic.
What? What did that mean? End the conversation. Should I just move on? I mean, they're not going to really know anything, right? So, I guess move on?
You're testing Kuno's patience here.
Get lost.
Oh, I see what that word is now. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it was just a slur. I'm glad they bleeped those out. It's like, yeah, these kids are saying it fine, but it's good that they bleep it out. Okay. So, I guess just leave.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Great. Wait, what's this over here? Someone's trying to grow herbs in the greenhouse. This kid's ladder is rickety, but still climbable. However, it's for kids. It wouldn't hold deer weight.
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth. You seem to be holding your breath.
Look
A
down?
cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in even through your clenched nostrils.
I have 5 endurance, so I just need a 9. I don't know what the point is of that, though, so I'm just gonna move on.
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
He's about to blow. Cock's gonna blow, Kuno.
I guess we'll see if I do.
The smell is repulsive.
That was one
It
off.
pushes in from your mouth, more instant and more familiar than anything you expected. More fever than odor. It fills your mind, flushing you from within.
Yeah, that decay smell is no joke.
Too late. It's impossible to keep in. Your body curls and pushes it out, burst by burst.
My understanding is by watching a few things of people that work with bodies and such is it's basically next to impossible not to throw up the first time if that rot is occurring. Never experienced it myself, but it's my understanding is it's very potent.
Until a pool of vomit lies under your feet and your throat stings from the stomach acid.
God.
It's okay. Happens to everyone. Keep it.
Thanks.
The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head.
Where?
There is Frit nearby, east of the hostel. They usually have a small apothecary. If they don't...
The greenhouse might?
There's a greenhouse here, and a gardener with a wheelbarrow on the corner of the whirling in rags. If she works here, she might have something for the smell.
Can I? Okay. I found some money in a box just outside. Now I'm trying to click this. Oh, I have to stand here. Okay. The winch mechanism has been oxidizing for years. Great.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite. Because it's nice and orderly, well-laid pallets, easy on the eyes.
Alright, now the failures are coming in.
It's nothing. Someone just left some roofing material slanted against an old shack.
Yeah, something tells me it's not just nothing, but whatever. I missed my check, so whatever. How do I get inside this greenhouse, then?
Kuno, the pig's getting pretty close to me. Come to snuff my shit out, I think. Looks like it's time for me to go, Kuno. Pig's come to take me in.
She means it. The fear is real.
I'm going away for a long, long time, Kuno. Going away for life.
What's going on there? Fuck are you trying to pull, pig?
Listen, I just threw up. Do you have anything?
Stay away from me, pig. You don't want to see what happens when you corner me.
Corner you? You're on the other side of a fence. What? How am I gonna corner you? Alright, moving on. The letter R wears a crown, and the rim a light above descending. Okay. Do I have to go get the thing before I deal with the body?
There he still is, looking right through you.
Active decay.
He's about to blow. Cock's go-
Alright, so I have to not be able... I have to be able to not throw up to deal with the corpse. Okay.
This Post Lavantorie mail collection box has been heavily vandalized with graffito. A closer inspection reveals 2 bullet holes in the front.
Good mail delivery bot. Good job. It actually animates.
The box seems happy. Eat shit pig, fucked by the coon, and St. G with a crown have been scribbled on it. Jenny is a whore, and best set mailbox also.
I feel you. Been there. What? I don't know.
The mail collection box seems cathartic, thankful even. So do you. You shudder. Then you swallow. And then suddenly, you see it. Over all the other graffitos, someone has, using the tip of a very sharp knife, cut the words, Revachol forever.
Shivers. What is shivers? I guess. Just something wrong. Again, instinct or something. Okay. So I have to go east to find a store or something? That's an interesting looking vehicle.
Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white livery, bearing the number 57.
Does that mean it's my vehicle?
Vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. It hasn't had time to cool off yet.
I don't know.
This must be the infernal machine that tore you from oblivion. In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Okay.
The frequency tableau lights up, and a green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye. And then you hear something. The soft purr of electrical kittens, radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you through the static.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st Precinct here. I'm putting him on.
Operating the radio is easy. Just be confident. You've probably done it 1,000 times.
Come in, Delta 10, this is Fire Walker Cup. Yeah, just hi.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Are you able to connect me with a civilian? Is that actually work?
Of course. What is the number, officer?
Yes, hold on.
Oh, it does work that way.
The number is 005 1944 298.
Received. Hold on, officer.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi slowly begins to tap a little rhythm with his right foot. Quite a lot of time has passed.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you.
That took a while.
Yes, hello?
Oh, so the person that reported the body, okay. So, yeah, I have some questions.
All right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you?
She recognizes my voice? Really?
There is no resentment in her tone. She wants you to ask her out. No question about it.
You quit your job. Was it you that called? Yeah, so was it you that called?
No, not me.
No? Well, who did?
No, sorry. I don't. Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper thieves take the wires. People don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They use the Union's phone, or the one on the coast.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
But why didn't you make a call then?
What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the Union already knew about the corpse.
Well, I more meant, why didn't you call the police?
No one calls the police. The Union would get angry. You know, what the Union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here.
So tell me why exactly you let them hang out there, the corpse hanging out there in your backyard for weeks?
I didn't want to get in trouble with the others.
Push her further. Show her the error of her ways.
So what others?
The other people who live around here. Local people. I didn't want trouble. You don't live here. You don't understand. Squealing is frowned upon here. Everything is dealt with, well, by the Union, internally. Please, I just didn't want any trouble.
Let me get this straight. You ignored the law to save your own skin.
I didn't know I had to report it. I thought someone would take him down eventually.
The fucking nerves on her. Trying to hide behind weakness. You're a god. An angry but just god.
Yeah, I am a god. You report to me. I don't think that would work. It's a little late for tears. It's okay, things happen. Yeah, it's a little late for tears.
You can almost hear the girl getting smaller on the other end of the line until she almost drowns in static.
What? Of course it bothered me. No one calls the police.
Okay.
You know, what the Union says goes. People listen to them and they...
Legally, no. In reality, yes. Martinez is de facto policed by the Dock Workers Union.
Alright, fine.
I don't know what to tell you, officer. I didn't call you because I didn't want to get in trouble with the others. With the Union.
Okay, next question.
Okay.
Why'd you quit your
I
job?
mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir.
What? Alright, are you coming back at least?
Maybe, I don't know. I just know I have to take some time off right now.
Okay.
I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
Yeah, I made her cry earlier. So what's this check? 10? I have a 2. 8 or higher is not terrible. Okay, I'll try, why not?
No, she doesn't have a problem with you. It must be someone else she's angry about. Some other guy. Like Gart. You know women and their constant problems. That's where you step in. You're Lieutenant Love, matchmaker extraordinaire. Help the poor girl out, lest she turns into a spinster.
I'm happy to help, but maybe I could do without all this internalized misogyny. That'd be great, thank you.
What misogyny? I'm just telling things the way they are.
Yeah, okay.
You have to act, Lieutenant Love.
Okay.
Think you can do that, Lieutenant Love?
You can refuse this quest. Okay, yeah.
You're just a gimp.
Call was terminated by the other party. Anything else, officer?
Yeah, can you connect me to the 41st precinct?
Just a second, officer.
Alright.
10-2, 10-5.
10-2, 10-5.
First, come in, over. 10-4, what's your status? Over. 10-18, 10-20, over.
Please just talk human.
State your message, sir. Over.
Any report badge missing?
10-9, repeat message. Over. 10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 10-22 the captain. Over.
10-22, the captain. This sounds bad. Bad and scary. Like being called to the headmaster's office in school.
Is it him? What does he want?
So they know.
Says he lost his badge and needs to report it.
He what? He lost his badge?
Hey, who is this?
This is Communication Officer Jules Pidieu, sir. Over.
No, the other one.
You mean your partner? Over.
I have a partner.
What is he saying?
Jean Vicamer?
He's asking who you are.
I'm his goddamn partner.
It's your partner, Satellite Officer Vitmar, sir.
Did he lose his memory along with his fucking badge?
Actually.
Who lost his badge? Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think?
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
Dick Mullen is not your name.
Yeah, I
It's
kinda
the
got
name
that.
Of a fictional detective who would not lose his badge. Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
Yeah, haha, like it's never happened to anybody else.
He says this has probably happened to other policemen before him and laughs sarcastically.
Oh god damn it. Is he fucking kidding? The whole station's gonna be dicked for this.
Satellite Officer Vitmar is wondering if you might be joking and adds that this tarnishes the reputation of the entire station. Over.
Mullen dicked us.
10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over.
Fuck me. Mac, come here. You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge.
What's going on?
Super Cop here lost his badge.
He lost his what now? His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
Can we just move on?
10-9, come again. I didn't get that. Over.
New heights even for Captain Sober.
Ask him. Ask him if he's lost his gun too.
Sergeant Orson wants to know if you lost your gun too.
Actually.
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where it is, do you?
Oh god, it's not here.
Okay, it's gone. Your gun is most definitely gone.
What's halfway again? Okay.
10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun. Over.
Drama, what? Play the actor, lie and detect lies. Yeah, try that.
Even before you can get the words out, everything gets scrambled in your brain.
He says he didn't lose his gun. Or his fun, whatever that means.
Ask him to describe it. His gun. Not his fun. Just the gun will do.
Satellite Officer McLean requests a description of your weapon. Over.
The fuck do you need a gun for? Look at the pythons on your arms. You are a gun. The biggest one in the world.
I guess, yeah, Kim, what kind of gun do you have?
It's a single shot kill A9. An armistice to be precise.
Yeah, use that. Let's go.
It's kill. Armistice? What, is he a fucking... Clearly he doesn't have his Villiers anymore. Dear God, he lost his gun? Oh, this isn't really a laughing matter.
Mac can face a giant of Coco Noor by himself. But Disco here made him piss his pants.
Oh, I can't. Fuck. He lost his... Ask him.
I'm not going to.
Ask him.
Now is a good time to say fuck and ass and so on. That'll make this all right.
I don't need to listen to
The
this.
silence is almost deafening after.
That did not go well. I guess the important thing is that you followed protocol and reported your lost items. Did we need anything else here?
What's in the
The
toolbox?
tool drawer slides out from under
Oh
the
my
seat
god.
and clicks into place. The tools inside are neatly organized.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are.
He's clearly a little protective of his tools. But what can you do? Work is work.
Pry bar, chain cutters, flashlight. Chain cutter sounds
Handles
good.
are long and sleek, Snap, snap, go the cutters.
Take
In
the
your
flashlight.
hand, it's robust, weatherproof, and well made. Police issue. Blue lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss.
And pry bar.
The pry bar feels nice and cold in your hand, heavier than you'd think. Cold and heavy, like truth. You feel like you're reunited with truth once more. Useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids. The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. Preheater gauge casts a warm glow on the steering levers and the radio on its hook. The white suede feels luxurious under the touch, and the metal clutch handle so very familiar in your palm. As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector, indicating the engine is warm. Next to the gauge is a red switch labeled heat.
There's no use pressing the heat button. It won't start without the ignition key.
Translation: we're not going anywhere right now. Alternative translation: don't even think you can drive my MC.
This is the Kupris Kinema, my motor carriage. You can use the toolbox and the radio if you'd like.
Okay. Do all police officers have cars like
The
this?
Kupris motorcar does provide most of our patrol vehicles, yes.
This must be what woke me up.
Yes, sorry about that. The Kupris Kinema does have a rather distinctive engine sound.
He says it with very badly concealed pride.
Can we drive?
No, I'm afraid not. We have a murder case on our hands.
I guess, whatever.
In the cabin, you see
All right.
as
I have a bunch of tools now. Great. Okay. So I was supposed to go here for some nausea medicine or something? Close, whatever.
Welcome to Rivachol.
So he's talking to the lieutenant. Hey, I know, that's where we are.
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago.
Okay then.
Every school of thought and government has failed in the city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you.
What's going on?
It's
You sound
men
angry.
like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
Oh, come on, man. I just said welcome to Rivachol. It's a lorry driver thing.
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should watch myself and behave. But you see, I'm an officer of the RCN. It's actually my job to make sure you behave. I would advise you to remember that.
silence. The air between them becomes tense. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
Oh, I think we all learned something.
I haven't learned anything I didn't know before.
The lieutenant exhales and resumes his regular calmness.
Whatever you say, officers.
What are you hauling?
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so it's a sit and wait on your ass situation.
Oh, how long?
The strike? Oh, they've been at it for a while. A month, 2 months maybe. But this here is just the last week or so. Apples? Yeah, apples? I take it you had other questions?
He's given you the runaround. Let's be honest, you were bested.
Oh, I actually missed one. There we go. Okay.
No.
He's got a smoke right there in his fucking hand. Snatch that shit out of his fat fingers. You need it after listening to his garbage.
Okay.
Can't have it.
It's evidence.
Evidence of what? I haven't done anything.
No. Forget it.
I bet. Sorry I couldn't be of any help.
Yeah, whatever. I'm sure you are. Moving on. Okay. Oh, what's this? The Greater Revachol Industrial Harbor. Okay.
Scab?
I'm not a scab, no.
What did he just call you? Oh no, not this again. You just got away from that fucking kid.
I'm not sure revealing I'm a cop is great, but I mean, that is what I am, so.
I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, let us cop for less money. Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the Wild North? Come to see the strife?
Well, there's a murder.
Murder, huh? That sounds like a lot of hard work. You'd never see me investigating a murder.
Well, that's also my job. It's not your job. It's actually very fun and easy. Whisper, I have no idea what I'm doing. Maybe you want to help me solve it by telling me who did it.
Of course, Policia. It wasn't me. You can rule me out. Easier that way.
He didn't do it. It's the truth.
Oh, I can actually tell that. Okay.
My friend, I respect the right to roam. The open range awaits. I don't operate in that capacity. I'm not a granter of passage. The passage grants itself. I walk right past Measurehead and go in. Yeah, the 2.5 meter tall Semini supremacist there. Walk right past him, then press the button to unlock the door, then go past him again, and you enter the arbor through the office. Está.
For some reason, it doesn't seem like it's going to be that easy.
Don't worry, I'm sure it's not completely impossible. For example, you could best Measurehead in a physical confrontation.
Okay, there we go.
Or you could convert to a Semini supremacist worldview. Or, maybe it actually is completely impossible. Not yet, no. He's incredibly strong.
He's never been best in physical confrontation.
Nothing a couple of solid hooks from Dexter and Sinister won't fix.
Alright.
Sure.
What's the strike about?
Serious business. I'm sure the big boss will be glad to tell you. You'll have to ask him first.
Feels like he's hinting at something, but you're too hungover or dumb to understand right now.
Okay. Well, let's go talk to these people. Alright, hello.
Your body betrays your degeneracy.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
It doesn't matter, I'm with the police.
That is precisely the negligence that has led you to succumb to Al-Ghul.
Oh, cool.
You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al-Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
Who's Al Ghul?
Yes, Al-Ghul.
Right. Who?
Al-Ghul is an ancient Ilmaran poison, a parasitic fungus that has colonized your race. It is a trick the desert pygmies played on you for humiliating them and stripping them of their land.
This explains everything.
Servitude to Al-Ghul does not explain everything. There are other reasons for your race descent.
Alright, enough. I need to open that door.
No, you don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the Am Sandwich race is waning.
I'm the police. I need you to comply.
Jerking motions, signs of a late-stage neurodegenerative disorder. How far the Occidental Haplogroup has fallen. You were once a noble and powerful race.
What is he talking about?
You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft. You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Khoikos. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture. You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
There is a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor.
I just need you to move about 20 centimeters back.
It is my task to keep the degenerate drunks from entering the harbor.
Okay, fine. Just move.
Enough with this begging. You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to a great world war. Bring your troops to the Seminine Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum for you. The walls will be lined with bottles of Al-Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic skulls.
This is your chance. He's talking. Rip into him with a punch and catch him off guard.
So I have a 4, I would need a 9? Or I can just agree with his thinking, which would only take a 6. I guess just pretend to go along with it.
Ask what kind of races there are first. Classification is core to this stuff.
Okay.
Do you?
There are 3 categories of race. Type A, the heroic races. Type B, the servile races. And the vile CF race cauldron of pederasty. Which one do you need education?
The first one, I guess?
Those are the Simonese, the Areopagite, and the Occidentals, excluding the Maun, of course. The Maun are riddled with eczema to the point where they find it impossible to smile. They are all lactose intolerant, a common result of inbreeding. A receding genetic pool has led the Maun on reprehensible street parades in Maun cities like Stadskanal and Vredefort, wearing wooden clogs on their feet and little green tassels on their hats.
Who are Mon?
You know them by the names of their nation states. The Oranese, the Gottwaldians, and the Königsteiners. My people simply call them Maun. The Maun are proof that you can have too much Occidental racial purity and tassel-centric culture. Inbreeding has led to a lactose-intolerant subrace whom no one can take seriously.
Colourful tassels are, let's be honest, not a good sartorial choice for this century. You might want to avoid wooden clogs too.
The Vespertines and Messenians of Vesper and Messina, the ancient Meteorans of Meteo by the golden Pisantic Sea, the Suren of Sur-la-Clé, and even the North Königsteiners, all have type A race propensities. The other large Mondial civilization, the Mesk, are too yellow and oleaginous to count as a heroic race. True, they are violent and expansionist, but they have a glandular problem. Overproduction of sebum.
This person's just rambling.
To their brains, making them listen to El Mariachi music and eat toxic minced meat-based food, which in turn only produces more sebum. As proven by the Maun and the Mesk, Occidental type A is in retrograde. The Seminese and the Areopagite are on the ascent.
Like, I'm just like, what? And what's the difference?
The Areopagites are sleek, long-headed. The Seminese are powerful, mesomorphic. The former is an immutable progenitor, unchanged since the Super Isola of Pericarnassus. Ancient brains rest in their slender skulls. The latter is perfected and adapting. Together they form the Simeno-Areopagite or Simeopagite superrace. That is all. There are no more type A races in the world.
Now I have to go through 2 more types here?
Type B are the unheroic races, amorphous non-competitors of the great race. The Koikos and the Vacholier, they are mud-colored people. To an untrained eye, the Koiko appear white and pinkish, like a ham sandwich. But look into their eyes and you will see. They are of a distinct muddy color, and so is their skin. Unhealthy, sweaty, and ashen. Pinkness is a racial quality that has to be earned through centuries of advanced ballistic warfare and cultural domination that the grad people have undergone for drinking alcohol and smoking the degenerate tobacco and for eating potatoes. The Koiko, the countless micronationalities of Grad, are all inexplicably obsessed with potard. The only thing they like more is dividing into microscopic ethnostates, like political amoeba. The Vacholians, halfway between type A and the racial called two makes to know right from wrong. You tried your degenerate little revolution, which was the single greatest failure committed by humans in our 82,000-year history on this planet.
Is it 82,000 years that we've been recording history? You have very little idea of what is happening, but that seems a little off.
I guess, yeah. Pretty sure history hasn't lasted that long.
The mysteries of the people of this planet are a tragedy that has played out countless times over, like a fever dream of skin, hair, and bone. Wake up, naive chessmiss. The revolution came to Ravachol from Grad, in Saras, eating potato.
I am not following anything whatsoever.
Illness. A prion disease that leaves the parietal and frontal lobe ridden with holes. A soft sponge-like mass of dementia, hallucination, and paranoia. The revolution is
Just keeps going.
A hereditary prion condition passed from the coico to the occidentals. But not sexually. Probably through trade roots and potate acid, the prime component of the potato plant. Enough of type mediocrity. Tips CF are a museum of failed chimeric experiments and tragic maladaptations. They are tortured creatures waiting to be put to sleep. Your morbid interest in them worries me.
Yeah, let's just skip it then.
It would be cruel to entertain ourselves with their deformities. Were there any able-bodied races you needed education on?
No, can we, do I now understand advanced race theory?
You understand nothing. To solve the great race enigma, you have to first ask yourself, what is the race enigma? You have not even worded the mystery, let alone solved it.
Well, how do I do that?
You need to internalize what you have heard here today, then return to me. This clarity does not come instantly. I cannot possibly imagine what else we have to discuss, Tibere Vasholian. Your love for disco music and venereal disease?
You serve the union, don't you?
Oh, don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. The race enigma runs.
Hey, whatever, you're still with the union, right?
Mr. Clare is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront polycultural capital. Something your race, naivistic communists, never did. Also, to serve is noble. It takes discipline. Your petulant individualism has only contributed to your race failure. It is lax and moronic.
Okay, enough.
He looks toward the harbor, motionless, the tattoos on his face like a web of stone.
And what are those tattoos supposed to be?
Racists are generally not very good examples of their race. I am not like them. I am craniometric perfection. I have taken the trouble to permanently draw a phrenologic grid on my skull and features. This should dispel any doubt.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay. Wow. Put the advanced race theory idea into a free internalization slot. Then pass some time, and when it's internalized, return the measurehead. This is how thinking is done. Oh, did I misunderstand how this works? It's a research thing. Oh, so once I solve this, once the time goes out, it'll actually give me the answer. Oh. So after a little under 2 hours, that'll complete and I might be able to walk past him. Okay, so I did misunderstand that earlier. I wasn't likely to punch him out, so I guess that's the only real way I'm getting through there. Which is fine. My god, though, that discussion, like, I have no clue what he was talking about. Just, there's 3 types of races, and great, and then just a bunch of rambling. It didn't make any sense. It was just like, oh.
We have a right to work.
Okay.
Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
Okay.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down.
Why?
We're here to fight for a cause. Stripes usually have problems with people who have causes.
I don't care.
Good. We're fighting for a cause here.
Right to work. Right to work.
Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence.
The cause is what exactly?
Rights of people. Rights of workers. To have gainful employment. To make a salary. And feed their families.
Oh, this is part of the scab workers. Okay. I have some questions.
Maybe you should ask them the questions. Like, why we're not allowed to make a living here.
Shame on you!
We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
So do we, Scott.
Okay. What exactly is your goal?
We were promised work. We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gates.
And you can't breach it?
Main gate's locked. Would take heavy ordnance to bust it open. Could try to get in through the secretary's office. Door's locked. The guard's blocking the way to the access panel. And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk either. I mean head measurer. Or whatever he is.
Yeah, the big guy that you don't want to challenge. Got it. Have you considered storming?
Why don't you
your way in?
Arrest them instead. I'm sure they've done plenty of criminal shit. They have that look.
It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home, at least for now. If you can't get in anyway.
No! They will give up eventually. Or get drunk. Leave the button unguarded. Then we charge.
Okay, that's pretty much all I had. What is this? Alright, nothing. Okay. Yay, money.
The small, wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on her radio. A photograph is clutched in her hands, and there is a warm smile on her face. The photo, an ambrotype from the turn of the century, as golden as her smile.
I have questions.
No response. Wherever this woman is, your words fail to reach her.
Hello?
Wait. She's just a distracted old woman. Better to leave her alone.
Why?
Why? I just told you why.
Okay. Sure. So I can replace that. Oh, okay. So what does that give me? Okay. I'll put that back on though, I think. An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island pointing towards the sea. Okay. some person. And what did they do? Apparently it was a king.
Even by the standards of the Philippian kings, old sumptuous Philip was known for his profligacy. Well, he blew through the whole national treasury, starting the decline of one of the penultimate century's greatest superpowers, the suzerain of Revachol. His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy. During the anti-centennial revolution, an end to his family line and the monarchy on the Insulindian Isola.
How did he do that?
Stories have it that he had his bedroom converted into a treasure chamber, where he stored unfathomable wealth. Krugerrands, bars of gold, ornate weaponry, armor, and various chalices. There were whispers he slept on a huge pile of gold-dipped feathers, like some obese dragon, instead of a bed, like a normal person.
Really?
But wait, you haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine addiction. You see, old Philippe wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury on gold and ceremonial weaponry, he was also a prodigious snorter of nose candy. Not
Okay.
just any nose candy though. We're talking Royal Philippian Blow, allegedly twice as potent as the stuff you find nowadays, and purple. Philippian cocaine was purple.
This is purple. This is a lot to process.
His Majesty's courtiers said it helped him connect with the higher realms.
Alright, so where is he buried?
Beneath the cold waters of the Insulindian Bay, thrown there by the revolutionaries after they cleaned out the royal mausoleum. A group of marble pleurons still surround the king's vandalized tomb. A deathly cold wind sweeps up candy wrappers and old newspapers. The original was blown apart by communards, then further damaged during the landing of the coalition's airships during the turn of the century revolution. Most historians think the coalition's hasty landing may have ultimately saved the statue. If the communards had more time, they would have reduced it up to even finer pieces. Some years ago, a group of liberal, artistically inclined individuals, designers mostly, thought it would be ironic to restore the statue of the most wasteful ruler of Revachol in the poorest part of the city. The statue is supposed to capture the moment it was blown apart, like an instant frozen in time, a rare butterfly trapped in amber, floating on a sea of shit.
I guess it's just a bad idea.
People in Martinaise tend to agree, as do many prominent art critics and thought leaders with more nuanced social awareness than the young ironists. Philip III, the squanderer, however, with his bronze face up in the air, doesn't seem concerned about what the hoi polloi think of him in death.
Man, this game has no problems dumping just a bunch of random information on you. Like, they took a lot of time to really flesh out a lot of random things. And just let you hear about it. You know, you want to hear about this? Sure. We got like 10 minutes of dialogue we can give you about it. Like, I didn't need to hear that much. A paragraph would have done. Okay. You can just check things everywhere. And it's just a bunch of random stuff. I have to admit, I usually don't play these type of games, so it's interesting to me to kind of experience this. I just got done playing Hollow Knight. That's usually more my speed. Or, you know, I'm currently playing, like, for multiplayer, like Hunt Showdown multiplayer games like that. You know, the single-player story-driven... Whoa, what? Oh, whatever. So, just a, you know, story-driven game. Typically not something I play too often, so... a little bit different. Okay, let's just keep going here. Who are you?
A striking woman leans against the cabin top of her sailing boat, smiling as you approach. Her green raincoat glistens with droplets. A silk scarf is tied around her throat.
Good morning, officers. I'm Joyce. Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbour. You gentlemen must be from the RCM.
Okay, what's the L stand for?
Baden, my maiden name.
Okay.
I
RCM?
mean you, the Revachol Citizens Militia, the police.
What gave us away?
Nothing, honestly. I've said it to every drunk in town, and you're the first one who's responded.
Relax. She meant it in jest.
I guess shake hands.
I'm glad to see you here. I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist the RCM in this matter, I will, gladly.
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the lead on this interview. I should let you know that he is recovering from an unusual medical episode. Very unusual. But I can assure you of his ultimate competency.
How interesting. I wish you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation, and the full cooperation of the Wild Pines Group.
You're on a boat.
Why, yes I am.
Yes! Next. Not a lot of people on
Of course
boats.
there are. We're on an archipelago. How else are you supposed to get around?
Wait, we are?
Yes, we are. We are on Le Caillou. We are. And the city of Revachol is on the island of Le Caillou. I haven't seen anyone else drive a souped-up Capri Kenema motor carriage either.
Actually, that motor carriage has been specially issued to serve as a patrol and pursuit vehicle. It's for crossing long distances in the greater Revachol industrial harbor. It's not a toy.
Neither is this. A toy, I mean. It's a machine for crossing long distances in the Bay of Revachol, between the city and the islands.
Okay.
Good.
What do you do?
What we do. I'm afraid I don't speak for Wild Pines as a whole. It's a giant undertaking.
What do they do?
The Pines' core competency is logistics. Container shipping, freight, that sort of thing. See those airships there, blinking? Those are the shipping side of things. And that is the terminal. Another subdivision deals with energy, oil and gas exploration, offshore platforms.
The Wild Pines Group is one of the original Revacholian Indo-tribes. Companies awarded royal monopolies by the king, the suzerain himself, centuries ago. The king is long gone, but several of the Indo-tribes remain.
I guess you're in good company?
Why, thank you.
How much
I'm
money
not
they
at
have?
liberty to discuss the company balance sheet, but I can tell you that last year the company booked more than 20 billion real in revenue.
A billion?
Oh, failed by one. What exactly is a billion?
It's a number, officer. A big one. It's made of 1,000 millions. A million is made of 1,000 thousands. Yes, past a certain point, numbers begin to seem imaginary, but they are quite real for the 72,000 employees who depend on Wild Pines for their paychecks. A conglomerate the size of Wild Pines is like a shark. If it stops moving and growing, it will die. Then what becomes of those 72,000 families? It is a tremendous responsibility.
Where do they get their money?
They started as an exploration and cargo fleet conducting trade between the Samaran and Insulindian Isolas 250 years ago, when pine ships explored the South Seminese and charted.
Alright.
Centuries of care, deliberation, and
Alright.
madness have gone into this endeavour. Vessels pass through the great unrest to re-emerge with apricots in tow.
Probably helps us start with a royal monopoly.
You know more than you let on. Certainly it helped, but most of the original Indo tribes have failed or been absorbed. To survive, Wild Pines had to grow and adapt. No suzerain did that.
So why are they here?
You mean aside from being the terminal's legal owners, who are responsible for moving 8% of the world's cargo?
You don't do that. That's the employees. Haha.
We built this district. All the best parts of it. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, with its bastions. The plaza before Martinez was swallowed by the industrial harbour, even before it was part of the
whatever.
Getaway. For a weekend or a summer holiday. Then came the revolution. But that's another matter. I'm here to make sure the Pines can fulfill their responsibilities to the place they built.
A bunch of random history doesn't make any sense. It's like, whatever. Before this and that and the royal this. I don't know anything, but why do I care about your history and this and that? And oh, we serve this. It's like, I don't care. What's going on with the strike?
What we do. I'm afraid I don't speak for Wild Pines as a whole.
Did I hit the wrong one again?
She nods.
Oh, I did hit the wrong one.
Right up to, but not including, trade secrets.
Oh, go on.
To repeal the Emergencies Act of Trade in Elements, that gives me the right to silence. It's quite the octopus.
I guess there's no way getting around that.
I'm glad you see it that way. To repeal the act would mean repealing the coalition government. The one that leases you the right to police West Revachol. But I am derailing us. You wanted to know about the strike. I believe the official title is Senior Labour Negotiator. In practice, I'm a grocery clerk. I relay the union's demands to Wild Pines and return with Wild Pines' counteroffer.
And how are the talks going?
They're not. That's the problem. The union stopped all negotiations a week ago, after that awful lynching took place.
Okay.
Now they won't even let me into the harbour. There's a 2-meter-20 racist behemoth blocking the gates.
You mean my race mentor? He's a great person.
Oh, so you've met him. Has he beguiled you with his inane theories?
My colleague has his peculiarities. Let's not go into this particular one just yet.
Of course. To each their own.
Alright, so how are they going before?
Let's say I was not making the kind of progress I'd hoped for when I first arrived.
And when did you first arrive?
I arrived 3 weeks ago. Yes, in the middle of February. The bay was still partially frozen then. I prefer to do these things on site, like the RCM.
But the strike began in December.
I wasn't the original negotiator here. I took over after Mr. Gaumont hit a wall with Mr. Clare, the union boss. Mr. Clare refused to speak with Gaumont despite concessions he'd granted the union in prior negotiations.
This isn't the first time the union has gone on strike?
Heavens no. There have been 2 prior strikes. Both times the union won significant concessions, including overtime pay and a medical plan. This time their demands are more, I guess you could say, aggressive.
And what are those demands?
There are leaflets everywhere, and banners. What did they say again? Oh yes, every worker, a member of the board.
Interesting, actually. I like it.
Then you might also like their other slogan. Demand democracy.
Sure.
Personally, I don't think it has the same pizzazzo as every worker a member of the board. It's quite simple, you see. Every time the Wild Pines group makes a decision about what? About anything really, it needs the signature of each of the 2,200 workers in its Martinez terminal.
I mean, if you make it that way, but I mean, can't they just, I don't know, have a right to elect people they would want so it's representative of the workforce?
Just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, not only are they kings of the company, they are also kings of the 72,000 employees of Wild Pines Group.
I guess, what are you going to do exactly?
I'm not sure. Naturally, I assume that was just their opening position. A hard-nosed tactic with a side of mockery. But there's been no follow-up, just the same nonsensical slogan repeated over and over again. And now, people are getting lynched, I hear. Behind the whirling in rags. A disastrous situation if there ever was one.
Excuse me, from whom did you hear about this lynching?
I first heard it from the boyer at the gates. The one whose very name advertises his aversion to work. I think he said it was, "Call me mañana."
This checks out.
Okay. Yeah, okay, tell me about the union boss.
Everard Clare is a man of the utmost integrity. If you can say one thing about him, it's that he always puts the interests of the workers first. Of course not. Everard is fantastically corrupt. I imagine he has a thick, viscous goo where you and I have blood.
That bad, huh?
He is the most corrupt individual I have ever seen, and I deal with men like him for a living. If there is anyone more venal, more irredeemably nepotistic, then it's his twin brother, Edgar. Yes, Edgar looks exactly like his brother, except for that lazy eye. He also talks exactly like Everard does, and when one's term as foreman is up, the other takes over. It's how they circumvent the term limits, you see, with a funny little switcheroo. While in office, they've embezzled God knows how much of their workers' dues.
Alright, so what about the union itself?
The Débardeurs Union was once a perfectly normal institution. 20 years ago, anyway. It must not have been easy to establish under the Emergency Act, but they did it. I can respect that. Organised labour at its best, as they say. Then something happened in the local chapter elections. The brothers Clare came and transformed it into a... how do you say?
A mob. The Débardeurs are a crime syndicate. Sad as it may be, I suspect we'll be forced to cooperate with them.
Refreshingly honest, officer. The company has tried appeasing in the past, but I'm afraid our concessions have only emboldened Everard and his brother. And your opinion, detective, if I may ask? I'm a curious and talkative person, you see. Would you say the Débardeurs Union is...
I mean, they got them overtime pay and medical, so sounds pretty effective to me.
Why do you think so?
None of those options are what I was thinking. I don't know which one I would pick out of these three. So, they're, I guess, workers? I don't know.
Ha! A real man of the left. What else can I tell you about?
Okay, there was something about elections.
I'm glad you asked. There was a woman, the previous forewoman of the union. She disappeared.
Disappeared?
Yes. On the last day of the local chapter elections, her daughter phoned in and said she wasn't running anymore, or coming to work. Ever. End of story.
Eerie.
Downright haunting, if you ask me. The Wild Pines suspected foul play, but what could they do? It was a union matter. The point of the presentation is, these kinds of things happen around the Clares. Watch out when you're dealing with him.
Thank you for your concern, ma'am. We'll be just fine.
Alright.
Of course. How else can I help?
What do you know about the lynching?
Quite a few things, I'm afraid.
Really?
The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask for your names and badge numbers.
Secret task completed. Interview the Wild Pines rep. Okay. Yeah, about that badge number thing. Also, about that name thing.
Of course, ma'am. We should have introduced ourselves. I am Lieutenant Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. And this is my colleague from Precinct 41. I'm afraid he doesn't have his badge at the moment. I hope mine will suffice.
How curious. Why is that, Detective?
Yeah, I'm dealing with a medical episode.
I see. So, are you saying you lost your badge during the course of this episode?
I could have eaten it for all I know.
Oh dear. I suppose this does explain some of the more curious turns in our conversation.
As I said, ma'am, his technique may be very unconventional, but he is an officer of the RCM.
Of course, I sympathize, but I'm afraid I simply can't share anything more until I've seen that badge.
She's a professional negotiator. She should be open to some sort of mutually beneficial arrangement.
Red check cannot be retried. Is there something I can wear that gives me... I can't switch out while I'm talking to somebody. So what do I need? 11? So I have a 1. Yeah, that'd be very, very difficult. I guess just try it.
Feelings will guide the way.
I assure you, it is no small matter for me
Yeah.
either. We all share the responsibility for disarming this
One
situation.
off too, dang.
I hope you have a badge for me as soon as possible.
This is my main thing.
Trust me, officer, I am fully committed to resolving this impasse. This isn't some side gig for me.
This is the entirety of my existence.
Silent. The wind flaps the sail above her.
I only have this case.
Officer.
I don't remember anything except the lynching.
You know, I don't mean to sound cold, but if you want something, you have to give something back. More than just guilt.
You're doing it. Despite your own best efforts, you're still getting in. Somehow.
I'll be frank with you. If I'm going to break protocol,
It actually
I need
worked.
to be able to justify it to my superiors. They're going to want to see something tangible.
So I can fail and still stumble my way into success. Okay.
The Union is conducting drug trade out of the harbour. It's an open secret in Martinez. Surely it must not come as a complete surprise to the RCM either. Perhaps it's time to look into it.
Look into the drug trade.
Or you can find your badge, which honestly seems like a lost cause.
It does.
Detective, a word in private before we continue.
Okay.
This is not going quite as I hoped it would, Detective. Honestly, I was expecting you to use your unorthodox technique to keep her off balance, and not volunteer us to be her henchman.
Really? I thought it was going so well.
This woman is running circles around us. She might have known about your misplaced badge all along, or she's simply an adept improviser. Either way, we've played straight into her hands.
I guess we could just find my badge.
Oh, that would be fantastic, but do we have the time? The world is large and your badge is 8 by 6 centimeters. You could request a new one from your station, but that would literally take months.
What do you propose? We don't investigate?
No. If there is reasonable suspicion, we must investigate. Otherwise, she could claim we are siding with the Union, or that we are on their take. We'd never hear the end of it. What I propose is, we ask her, then we investigate, briefly. But do not share the outcome of this investigation with her. We tell her it's done, and demand for her information on the lynching.
Alright, so kind of like investigate, but not really. Okay. So... well, that's almost done. Looks like I have 6 slots I can use for thinking upon things, so that's interesting. Can I save? Yeah. These are auto saves. Let me regularly save. Let me just see what that looks like. Okay. Wait, what? Oh, okay. Oh, it actually gives you all the tips down there. So, I think that's a good place to stop. I mean, I don't feel like I've gotten too far. At the same time, that's okay. I've had some great conversations. I've had some really wonky, boring ones, but it shows potential, and I'm just dipping my toes in the water here, so it's definitely different than what I'm used to, if nothing else. So, yeah. I'm really confused, but I'm interested to kind of keep going, so that's a good thing. So yeah, I guess just have to see what happens next time. So thanks for joining me. Have a good one. Stay safe, stay healthy. See you later. Bye.